Street Champion Road Warrior Drake launching on Indiegogo, featuring the artistic talents of Peter Gilmore, Vic King, and Simon Poitier. One of the most anticipated graphic novels this year. Street Champion Road Warrior Drake.
So what is your fun doing? So what is your fun doing?
War is a topic of vital importance, a subject of inquiry that cannot be ignored. It is a matter of life and death. It can be a road to safety.
Street Champion Road Warrior Drake launching on Indiegogo, featuring the artistic talents of Peter Gilmore, Vic King, and Simon Poitier. One of the most anticipated graphic novels this year. Street Champion Road Warrior Drake.
So what is your fun doing? So what is your fun doing?
War is a topic of vital importance, a subject of inquiry that cannot be ignored. It is a matter of life and death. It can be a road to safety or to ruin.
In an alternate version of our world, brought to the brink of total collapse, rival nations fight for global domination, and elite pilots in futuristic combat suits wage war on the battlefield of tomorrow. Now, 6 brave soldiers on a seemingly routine rescue mission will encounter more than they bargained for and uncover a dangerous secret that could change their world if they live long enough to see it. Mavericks. Origins, Volume 1.
Now on Indiegogo.
Can somebody take the slide? Where's the? Oh, we're on. We're on. Oh, we're on. We're on. Hey, it's me. It's Marmalade. And yeah, well, it's time for my show again. You know, I'm gonna have to hire some new people to do the show from now on. That's why we're a little late. That's why it's a little weird. But you know, I can only pay $5 a week, so that's what I got.
Street Champion Road Warrior Drake launching on Indiegogo, featuring the artistic talents of Peter Gilmore, Vic King, and Simon Poitier. One of the most anticipated graphic novels this year. Street Champion Road Warrior Drake.
苏本 Asia Fun Doing. Super Asia Fun Doing.
War is a topic of vital importance, a subject of inquiry that cannot be ignored. It is a matter of life and death. It can be a road to safety or to ruin.
In an alternate version of our world, brought to the brink of total collapse, rival nations fight for global domination, and elite pilots in futuristic combat suits wage war on the battlefield of tomorrow. Now, 6 brave soldiers on a seemingly routine rescue mission will encounter more than they bargained for and uncover a dangerous secret that could change their world if they live long enough to see it. Mavericks Origins Volume 1.
Now on Indiegogo.
Street Champion Road Warrior Drake, launching on Indiegogo, featuring the artistic talents of Peter Gilmore, Vic King, and Simon Poitier. One of the most anticipated graphic novels this year, Street Champion Road Warrior Drake.
So what is your fun doing? So what is your fun doing?
War is a topic of vital importance, a subject of inquiry that cannot be ignored. It is a matter of life and death. It can be a road to safety or to ruin.
In an alternate version of our world, brought to the brink of total collapse, rival nations fight for global domination, and elite pilots in futuristic combat suits wage war on the battlefield of tomorrow. Now, 6 brave soldiers on a seemingly routine rescue mission will encounter more than they bargained for and uncover a dangerous secret that could change their world if they live long enough to see it. Mavericks Origins Volume 1.
Now on Indiegogo.
Can somebody take the slide? Where's the? Oh, are we on? We're on. Oh, we're on. We're on. Hey, it's me. It's Marmalade. And yeah, well, it's time for my show again. You know, I'm gonna have to hire some new people to do the show from now on. That's why we're a little late. That's why it's a little weird. But you know, I can only pay $5 a week, so that's what I got.
Watch this. Watch this. He gonna do it. Yeah. Hi. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I think you're muted. Nope, you're definitely muted. I can see it.
I'm muted. Sorry.
Good evening.
Good evening. That's so loud.
What is?
The music.
Yeah, it's a rocking show, baby. So I'm gonna do it again. What I used to do, I'm gathering up trailers for our favorite comics, most of which I've backed. And I did a couple of ads, one for Marmalade and one for the Pause Show. And we dripped in a little super Asian fun toy. But I put out the call earlier this week on Twitter, and I'm welcoming all creators. Drop your sizzle reel off here, and we will try to spin it into the first 30 minutes between 8 and 8:30. So those of you who don't like the ads, that's cool. Just don't watch until 8:30 when Diana comes online. Yeah.
So in your promo,
Yes, my love.
you spelled indie as Indo.
I do a lot of typos in my life. That's why I have an editor.
Yeah. Just
I'll have to fix that.
Yeah, probably should.
I
I just was watching it and it like screams out to me. I'm like, I can't even believe he did that.
Well, I'm glad you told me, but I had no idea.
I know. That's why I'm telling you, so you could probably quickly fix it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I can, but I won't.
Okay. Well,
I
that's fine.
will.
Oh my
So
God.
can I dip off and get a copy? It's in the other room. I just have to grab it. Why don't you tell the folks at home about our local distribution that's coming up?
Well, I have some news. I spoke to a marketing person at our called That's Entertainment. I don't know how many of our viewers know of That's Entertainment, but it is a comic book store and so much more. And I talked to the person, and they are going to offer our books in their store. Chris and I have a meeting this Saturday to go down and drop off some books. I'm very excited about that. We'll keep you guys posted. For sure. For sure.
That would put me to sleep, babe.
I'm sorry.
It's exciting. We got to be like, yeah.
It is exciting. It's very exciting. What's that?
We got books going out to the public.
I know, right? Isn't that fun?
I can't wait.
I know. I know.
I want to like take pictures when they get them on the shelf.
Oh my God. And you are that person that would do that, aren't you?
Hey.
I
got to enjoy it, right? So, so we got a local distribution plan started. The campaign is at $195. It's at a stall point. A little disappointing, I'll be honest, but we'll pick it up. Yeah. I don't know if people really know because I don't push the sales like I should. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, the Cluster Fudge project is just one of several, and I'm gonna check it right now because I haven't checked it in a little bit. So let's just see. Yeah, it's still at $195. So yay! But we need to get that up. If you guys want to check it out, the link is in the description.
Perfect.
Yes, of course. Hang on, let me see. I'm a little slow tonight.
It's okay. It's Wednesday.
So what else are we going to talk about? We did discuss a movie review that we want to do. Let me let you. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Well, I wasn't sure I wasn't sure what you were doing with that.
Well, why don't we start with that was our first date night in about 2 years.
It's something like, yeah, it seems like that.
Well, with the COVID and all the restrictions and everything else, it's fair to say that it was unexpectedly refreshing.
I like
that. Say it like that. The reason I say it like that isn't because of the quality of the movie. It was because, frankly, I just hadn't been out, and it was nice to get out with my wife, have her on my arm, and just like there we were having a blast.
You're so funny.
Yeah. So before we went and saw this movie,
Hmm.
we actually watched Venom 1.
Yes, I
And
liked it.
briefly, I think I would have given that, I think I said a C minus.
Mhm.
And you were actually more happy with the movie, right?
Well, again, I'll preface this with not I have not been a Venom fan. I knew of Venom, but I didn't know what to expect with Venom. So for me, I was basically walking in to watch a video or sitting down to watch a video. I didn't have any back history on Venom, so I didn't know what he was supposed to be. And I thought the story was quirky and fun, but I think that a lot of the Venom fans were very displeased with it. It didn't have a huge storyline. It was more, um, okay, he's going to do this and they're going to fight and they're going to do this. Yes.
So from a fan point of view, Venom came from Spider-Man's world. He's in removable from that world to someone who
Hmm.
grew up with or who was there when Venom first came out.
Right. Okay.
He started off as a black suit from Secret Wars and became a symbiote alien, and really under the direction of Todd McFarlane took off into
Hmm.
a whole new, you know, uh, form of what he was initially. So
Right.
watching it in that sense, it was very disappointing. But I must say, the first movie was entertaining enough. I found there to be a lot of Iron Man kind of takes on it. Like, okay, for instance, I believe the woman's name is Anne.
Right.
That's Venom's Eddie's girlfriend
Yep.
or fiance, and we both instantly thought that she looked like Pepper Potts with a different part in her hair.
Yes. That
Kind of
was
acted
funny.
like Pepper Potts at times, down talking to Brock, and
Yep.
just
It
the
had
general
a,
attitude.
it was a very familiar feel. That character, it's like, I've seen her before. What movie did I see her in? And then you said Pepper
Yeah,
Potts. Yes, it does. It does feel like that. So you're
and
right.
then the plot line was a lot like that too, because you had the hero or
Mhm.
anti-hero with the Venom symbiote doing their thing,
Right.
and the bad guy was the corporate bad guy who had like the better Venom. And it was very Iron Manish in that sense, even to the point
Mhm.
where what was it she did? It was kind of like when they fell into the arc reactor. She had to blow something up. I forget. But anyways, it was very much, oh, it was the audio thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I was
it
just
felt very
thinking.
much like Iron Man to me.
Yep.
So we went into the theater immediately after watching this on our big screen TV.
Yep.
And
True.
I did not get any refreshments other than a drink. What did you think of the refreshments? The drink was really good. I got to admit, I miss fountain drinks.
What did I think of
The refreshments
the
before we went in.
refreshments?
Yeah, how was the popcorn?
The popcorn. What? First, we were talking about Venom. The
We
first
still are.
Venom.
I'm talking about the whole date. I'm talking about when we went into the movie
Okay.
theater.
Okay. Back up,
Yep.
Jack. We were just talking about the first Venom, which we watched at home.
Yes.
So when you said, what about the refreshments? I like a fountain drink. I'm like, but we don't have fountain drinks at home. And I was drinking a glass of wine and you were having coffee.
Do you know what this
So,
is? This
coffee.
is coffee. This is
I
coffee.
know.
I'm on high
So,
gear. You're like in like second gear.
so we are moving into the actual physical
Well, what would you
aspects
give
of
Venom
date
1 as
night.
a grade A to F?
I would give it a C. I mean,
Okay.
it was an okay movie, and it was fun. It was fun because now I'm like, oh, because at Comic Cons we've seen the Venom guy like coming out of that guy's. I'm like, who is that weird looking character? That's
Yeah,
Venom.
you didn't
Oh, I
understand the
had no
thing with the
idea who Venom was. Like now I understand. Oh, Venom is an alien. Is a symbiote that gets into other people, and yeah, and that's how he lives. And I'm like, that is so cool. I like that. So now we are now
yeah,
at
well, I remember at the conventions you really didn't understand why Venom was hanging out of people's shoulders, and this movie illuminated that for you.
well, I didn't know
Then
anything
yes, I know you didn't
about
know
I
anything
didn't know
about it.
anything about Venom. So for me, I was like, oh, that's cool. I like Venom now. Now that I understand it, but it's just some weird thing growing out of somebody's shoulder. Anyway, let's focus on Venom
So we
2.
went to the movie theater. What'd you think of the refreshments?
The refreshments were fine. I got myself a what did I get? High C and some popcorn. And it was very nice.
And some Raisinets.
And some Raisinets. Thank you. I have my Raisinets. I
I
like
had
Raisinets.
Sprite on the rocks. It was
You
quite
had
refreshing.
Sprite.
So the movie was kind of strange because I thought there was some fantastic CGI and I thought there was some horrible CGI.
Mm-hmm.
There were different points where it felt like it was almost stop animation to me, like when Carnage escapes from prison. By the way, spoilers. But
Spoiler
when he
alert.
walks out and transforms into the killer guy there, whatever his name was, it'll come to me in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks so bad. But then there were points, especially in the battle, where I thought they did a great job.
Yeah.
I thought that Woody Harrelson, the actor, was too old for the part of Cassidy. He didn't seem to fit to me. And they had thrown in this strange romance that didn't feel
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
They had a girl that had been in, well, if I look at his age, I think she was
Uh-huh.
in solitary confinement for about 40 years. It
Oh
was
my
probably
gosh.
meant to be more like 10 years in movie life. But she, like, I didn't find her believable at all. She was beating up men, even though her power was sonic screaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was substandard to me. And
Mhm.
at that point, I don't know. I thought the Venom character itself was a little goofy. I know
Okay.
you enjoyed him.
I
Um,
do. I did.
yeah, and I also thought that Tom Hardy did a fantastic job playing the character of Brock. Eddie Brock,
Right.
the other half of Venom.
Mhm.
He got a little weird when he went to like that party and was like, "Yeah, aliens all have a right to live." And I was like, okay, this is kind of funny. I mean, it wasn't woke like I thought it was going to be. It was just kind of weird. Like,
It's so
knowing Venom
funny.
as I know him, I never would have pictured him getting up in a party and grabbing a mic and giving. It was a pretty lame speech. I mean, it wasn't even like a good well written speech. So in closing, I guess I'll just take this right to the edge and then let you talk about it for a minute.
Okay.
In closing, I would give this one a C minus minus. I thought both movies were
That would
better
be
than,
like a D
say,
plus, you know.
yeah, I know, but not really. I don't want to go to D with it because it wasn't that bad. It was
C
better than
minus
Ant-Man
minus.
and Wasp. It was better than Ant-Man, in my
Okay.
opinion. It was better than most of the DC movies. But yeah, I just didn't think it was, all that great. It was somewhere in the Midlands of MCU movies, even though it's Sony, in my opinion. I did like the ending though, where it was kind of like Sony trapped Spider-Man into the Venom universe by having him lick the screen while Spider-Man was on it. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. That was
That
kind
was
of.
kind of fun. I think Sony took a dig there. I don't know.
I don't know. But you view these movies with a lot of history, a lot of,
I do,
previous
but this time I viewed it
stuff.
much more open because of the first one. And I
Okay.
just didn't think it. Don't get me wrong, it wouldn't keep me from watching a third one,
Mm-hmm.
but like the mistakes in it were enough to make me remember that I was watching a movie. Whereas if you held that in contrast to the holy grail of Marvel movies, the Iron
Right.
Man 1 movie, in
Yeah.
my opinion, it pales in comparison. Now, there
Mm-hmm.
are movies better than Iron Man in the MCU, but that was the one that started it all. And I like to look
Mm-hmm.
back at that because that's the formula they're still following to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So Timothy put Deadpool. Remember, I did say that to
yes,
you. I
he
said
was
it
a lot
has
like
like a
Deadpool.
Deadpool feel, but not quite. So my input on Venom 2, again, I had watched Venom just before we watched Venom 2, so I understood the character now, which is always helpful. I enjoyed it. I wasn't looking for this huge storyline or these big, deep characters. I just kind of went in and said, this is kind of a fun movie. I'd never realized Venom was a cool kind of anti-villain dude. I think I like him. I want to see more. And Chris gave you, I think, a better synopsis of the movie. I'm just talking from a newbie standpoint. I guess that is what I would say. And no, I would give Venom a C. Again, I think they were a good movie. I would like to see them both again, and I plan to watch them both again. I I have a hard time watching movies without subtitles because of my hearing. So I want to watch Venom 2 when it comes out on video so that I can actually see the subtitles because, in all honesty, I know I missed a lot of the dialogue. But yeah, I liked it. I think Venom is a very cool character. I like the anti-villain. And yes, I see that Rick is here. Hi, Rick. Hi, Timothy. Um, and from all of you guys, all of my comic book friends, they tell me that it's totally different from what the comic was. So that's my thing, but I liked it. Go see it.
So that's our first review of anything other than comics or anything else. And
Yeah.
as we do more dates or watching miniseries or whatever we do, we will occasionally do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to add features to the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had a discussion about how we can try to jazz things up, and Diana has looked to some of the pros, such as the Pause Show.
Yeah.
For
I
advice.
gave that poor guy. I interviewed him in the middle of
Right,
our...
so we're slowly developing some new angles, new takes. For some updates here, Cluster Fudge 2 has been retouched up. The cover has been sent to the printer, and we're getting a proof hopefully by Monday.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new cover for Cluster Fudge 1, which I'm wicked excited about. Not so much because I love the cover, but because I really can't wait to have number 1 in my hands with a new cover. I'm just excited.
Right.
It's kind of like plastic surgery. What else is happening, honey? Cyclopean 3, I've almost completed all the black and white art, which is very exciting for me.
That is exciting.
And it is, again, another leap, in my opinion. I was so happy the other night because I heard friends of mine who didn't know I was watching the show they were on actually notice that the artwork has improved. And to me, that's the biggest compliment that I could ever ask for, because that's what I try to do every issue.
Mm-hmm.
And to have someone notice it, it's like,
that is exciting, isn't it? That's so cool.
It's what it's one of the things that fuels me is getting better and getting closer to my goals.
Right.
And once I get there, I can't wait, because there'll be new goals. So it's like, yeah, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond talking about Cluster Fudge 2 and the excitement that I had from it, I should remind everybody that it is live on Indiegogo. Multiple tiers, multiple packages, as low as $5, as high as $300. It's still available. We have one tier available with original art and just about everything that we sell under the Cluster Fudge title. And I also should mention that we have the Quibics. That's right, the Quibics.
The Quibic variant cover.
Now, I colored that, and I don't think we've actually shown it on the show. So let me see if I can find it.
That's a good idea.
Talk while I look. Go ahead.
You want me to talk? I'm so sorry. One of the things that I missed that. I'm like, what? What are you doing? So one of the things that I'm currently embarking on is a coloring contest, sort of. I backed a book by Dory Jones, fantastic artist, and she sent out to all her backers her coloring book, and she challenged her backers to color one of the pages of my coloring book in order to win a beautiful painting called The Bridges. So I am actually working on that. I'm learning how to use Auto Sketch, honey?
Right now you're using the old version of Autodesk, which isn't even supported anymore.
So yeah, hey yo, shared this stream out. Oh, hey, Pops, thanks. So I'm working on that, and I'm also going to do a traditional color pencil gel ink sort of coloring technique as well. So I'm actually putting in 2 submissions. That's not legal, so I might put one in under, I don't know. I'll just have a look at it. So I'm working on that, and I'm very excited about it. What else? I'm still doing my poetry. I'm still trying to do that. Still writing my stories.
Now, are you going to try some performance poetry?
I don't know.
When we talked to Dory, it was an interesting subject because
I probably
It
could. I
sounds
read
like
stories
something would be-
out loud to children. Does that help?
Do what?
Part of my job, I work with children, and I read
I'm not sure what you're saying.
books. Well, you said poetry and audio, and I just was trying to make a conversation. Like I don't
Well,
think
it's
it's the
funny.
same thing. I don't know if I'll do that. I'm not there yet. I'm still trying to get my poetry book together and bribe some of my wonderful artistic illustrators in the house and whatnot to help me get the picture.
Who are you referring to?
You, Krista,
I
Chase.
help every time. I'm a big help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm not sure I like that.
You're so
Mhm.
funny. You're so funny.
Why am I having so much trouble with this right now?
I don't know. What are you trying to do again?
I'm trying to get an image of Quibix's
Well, he's
cover.
sideways now.
Well, yeah, that's because of what.
There he is. Now he's there. Sideways
Well,
again.
thank you, honey.
At any rate, ladies and gents, for those of you that are watching out there,
Yes.
Chris has put up a new pre-video video to our stream. I have yet to see it.
Oh, you want that? It's almost time, but not yet.
I
It's a little
looked at it
too soon.
quickly and noticed he already had a typo in it. I'm like, oh, guys, I'm sorry. He does these things while I'm cooking dinner. So I did not look at that. Thank goodness I do edit the books and read the books and whatever. And
Well, there's a reason why
I'm
clearly
looking at
need
the
an
chat.
editor.
Timothy goes, yes, multiple tears. You will cry many times. I think he's talking about the Indiegogo.
Yeah, he's the best, man. He has the best.
Oh yeah, and he did share the link. He should put up his Venom number, his not Venom. Oh my God, his Melvin #1 video link is in the chat. If you want
Yes.
to share that at some
Well,
point.
we're going to be adding that to the. So we might as well get on that for a second. We're going to be adding that to the sizzle reel in the beginning of the shows.
There it is.
Yeah, so there's the
Ta-da!
Quibix cover. Finally got it up. It only took me about 12 minutes. But I just finished coloring that, and it looks way cool big. I can't make it any bigger, really.
Right.
But so it's just like the best time ever for us, and it's only going to get better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. OG Chris, I bet if you ever sent out a link, I could show you the Melvin button. Oh, he's talking about the share screen link. Sir, that's beyond my control this evening. The show is currently being produced by executive producer Diana Tamulevich, sitting to the left of me.
What am I supposed to do?
If we can't share the link until you say share the link.
Oh. What link?
The StreamYard link, dear.
Oh. Is that what they're talking about?
Yes, dear.
All right, so let's make sure that we have covered everything that we need to cover. We talked about the Indiegogo. We covered that. We talked about That's Entertainment, and our books are soon to be at both locations for That's Entertainment in our local area, which is a comic book plus so much more store. We talked about the review for Venom 1 and Venom 2. And what else did we cover? What else do we have to cover? So we can let our friends in.
Check out HeroShack.com. We're adding new product all the time.
Yes.
Free
The website's
comics are
looking
on
amazing.
the site, and there are more things coming soon.
Yep. He's going to be updating those.
All right. So before you share the link, and Tim's going to cringe, but let's take like a 5-minute break so I can get a drink because I'm dying here.
Okay, and what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna watch. I'll play the video. So because you haven't seen it at all.
I haven't seen it. So guys, what we're gonna do?
I'm gonna turn down the volume so you can comment to it. It'll be on, but it won't be loud.
And how long is this video? Like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes?
No, it's like 7 minutes.
Okay, so a 7-minute video is coming.
And I'm not even gonna let it play all that time. When I get back, I get back and I'll shut it off.
Chris is gonna go and grab a coffee or do whatever he's got to do. I'm gonna. Yeah, and we're going to watch this video. And then when he gets back, we are going to share the link for those of you that want to come on board and chit chat with us. Okay? All right, Chris, do it.
You look like me.
Oh. So we put this together. I haven't seen it yet. So we're watching it quickly. Very cool hunting Alice. Doesn't it sound like they're saying sign up? Subliminal message. What is this? Oh dear goodness. Looks like me trying to do a DIY project. Guys.
This is I saw this on Twitter and I loved it.
Holy cow.
Champion, Road Warrior Drake, launching on Indiegogo, featuring the artistic talents of Peter Gilmore, Vic King, and Simon Poitier.
So these are all
anticipated
booked up back
this year. Street Champion, Road Warrior Drake.
So I just decided to give him props,
Super Asian Fun Toy.
and we bought a Super Asian Fun Toy.
Why? Why do you do these things?
I didn't do this one. This is one of his videos.
Oh, that's right. Super Asian Fun Toy.
Super Asian Fun Toy.
I just put that together a little late.
For our variety show, the Pod Show. I don't think there's a firm time. I know not tonight. I think he's actually going to be drinking against us in a minute. But he's our favorite Australian MC, right?
War is a topic of vital
This one.
importance.
Do you know we met these people? This is
A
global
subject of
frequency, honey.
inquiry that cannot be
It's cool.
ignored.
Yeah, they did a
It
great
is a
job
matter
on it.
of
I'm going to
life
take
and
inspiration and
death.
try to up my ante
It
to
can be
match
a
it.
road to safety
Yeah.
or to ruin.
In
Of course,
an
it doesn't have
alternate
my
version of our world, brought to the brink of total collapse.
Still good
Rival
though.
nations fight
The
for
art is
global
fantastic.
domination,
The story's cool too.
and elite pilots in futuristic combat suits wage war on the
These guys
battlefield of tomorrow.
actually were selling
6 brave
these
soldiers
huge
on a seemingly
magazine-sized
routine rescue
comic
mission
samplers
will
Yeah.
encounter more
and
than
in
they
full color. I
thought
don't know how they afforded it.
and
They had to have
uncover
taken a
a
loss, or maybe they
dangerous
owned the
secret
device that made it. You know,
that
like you
could
do.
change
Right.
We
their
do something crazy, we buy the device
if
to
they
do it.
live long
Yeah.
enough to see
But it was, you have to admit, that was one of the best samplers I've ever seen.
That looks good.
Well, yeah, and of course the book isn't animated, but the art is actually better. This is a little bit simplified for the animation. So the art in the book is actually even better, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's very cool that they did something like that.
Mavericks. Origins.
You know
Well,
what I
they
mean?
put a lot of time in it. They really polished up their
that is a
product.
lot of work. And look, they spelled it right. Indie.
Look, Timothy's showing the pen. I put this guy in a couple of times. The video's almost done, so I'll just let it finish.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all my buddies out there, I need your sizzle reels, man. We need to add your stuff. I got your link now, Tim, so I can put that in there.
Cool. I forgot to turn off the YouTube, so I was getting you done.
Now this here, from the creator of Kiri, I don't know a lot about the series, but I was grabbing videos. Hey, peace be with you, Lorenzo. How are you?
Hi, Lorenzo. Welcome, my green friend.
But I know that this guy's top-notch talent, and I like his work, so I grabbed his video real quick and added it.
Mm-hmm.
But this one I haven't had a chance to really back or anything. This is a new one to me.
Yep. Pretty good.
Nevertheless, it's here because I thought it was well done as a video, and why not? You know, we're here not only to promote Plus the Fudge 2, which is now available on Indiegogo, but also everybody else's work. See how I did that, honey?
Yes, I did.
Does it work? Do you want to buy the book?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Go buy a copy.
I'm busy right now, but I will.
Yeah, I've heard that before. So that's an ode to creepsters. They don't have a sizzle reel yet, and this is Marmalade, of course.
I love Marmalade.
I know. I'm going to be quiet so you can hear him.
He's so cute.
Can somebody take this slide? Where's the? Oh, we're on. We're on. Oh, we're on. We're on. Hey, it's me. It's Marmalade. And yeah, well, it's time for my show again. I'm gonna have to hire some new people to do the show from now on. That's why we're a little late. Why it's a little weird. But I can only pay.
That's a little
$5
piece
a
I
week.
drew
That's
this
what I
weekend
got.
for him while I was goofing around. And here's the last video of the reel. I think it's the last one. You know this one, right, honey?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Yeah, this is Cluster Fudge 2. I need to make another reel, though, because some of the art has been refined and I want to show it off. We got 60 days, right? Or about 50 now? No, about 55. I don't know. You did it for 30, but you're renewing it after the 30, right?
I plan to, unless you don't want me to.
Hey, it's your show, babe. You're the boss. I just make the stuff.
I'm not. It's not.
It's true.
It's
You're the
our stuff. Stop. You
Oh, yeah.
try to
Our
put it on
side,
me,
yeah.
but it's not.
Our.
It's our thing.
I heard someone else done it too. That would be Rick.
Yep.
And I can't wait to draw a Transformer-style robot. That is going to be so much fun. Okay, remove, or else it's just going to start over again.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's not working.
Rick, you got sizzle reels that you can send me to add to this?
Oh yeah, I got a couple. Let's see. I was actually just looking them up on my YouTube.
Very cool.
That's cool, man. We got tiny pins too, but they came
Oh,
out
I love
horribly. Yours
it.
looks good.
Melvin, that's so good. That looks awesome.
But I think I'm gonna start that first half hour. Really, I want to have like 30 minutes of original videos from everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and as projects fulfill. Like last week, I think I did all of our old videos, and it was kind of fun, but it gets old. I like to
Yep.
mix it up and see other styles and
Mm-hmm.
just how people put their stuff together in different ways.
I just put one of my two main ones in the chat. A link to it. It's on
Why
the
isn't
site.
your logo?
You broke up, Tim. Why isn't our logo what?
Why isn't Rick's logo not a button? Because that would look really good on a button.
Yeah, well, it will be eventually. the whole cross thing and all that. I'd like to. It'd be a little pointy though. It'd be a bit to the point.
No, you gotta. Where do you go to get buttons made up?
Well, I haven't really gone anywhere. Probably the place that you can get stuff off my Teespring and that. But I'd like to probably go somewhere to get
Sticker Mule.
Get a bunch, really cheap.
I recommend Sticker Mule. I mean, you can get like 10 for like you can get made up for 18.
Okay. I'm just trying to find my. I got another promo here. I'm just not sure where it is.
Just saying,
Yeah.
Well, like I thought you guys would have them easily found, or maybe I didn't look hard enough though.
Well, mine are, whatchamacallit? Actually, mine are usually unlisted. Actually, that's the wrong one that I sent you. That link. Let me get it. Let me put it in your chat because this is remastered. The bottom one. Because I put them up on YouTube and then just linked them from Indiegogo to there.
Yep.
Just because it's easier.
That's kind of what that's what we did too, I think. Had to go like YouTube to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same one I have up. Should I put up anything in particular, honey?
No, I mean, why don't you can you play one of their videos? Can you play Tim's intro video?
Well, let me play Rick's first because I already played Tim's.
Oh, okay.
But I gotta add them to the the way I was doing it with the other one.
Yeah.
It's added through direct video on my hard drive. The way I did Tim's and I'm about to do Rick's, I have to do it through the StreamYard share tab, and the quality comes down a little. That's why ultimately I'm going to download them and add them. So talk a little bit. I'm in YouTube's chat right now looking for that link.
Okay.
Let's see. I see them. Okay.
So
First one or second one?
Guys, how are you gentlemen doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Timothy, how are you doing?
My mom says hi.
Hi, Mom. I'm doing better. My tooth is finally healing a little bit. Still achy. My dentist said only soft foods for the next 24 hours. So that's I'm eating mashed potatoes because I didn't get enough time to finish dinner because my husband rushes me all the time.
Excuse me.
Slave driver.
Excuse me.
Driver. No, I'm just kidding. I just eat very slowly. Go. Here it comes. Ooh, let's take a peek at this. This looks awesome.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Hello, all. My name is Rick Piper, the creator and owner of Cross Comics. And
I think somebody's watching it as well.
is my characters Electide, the Wiz, Ozona, Insecto, the Flame, Snowdew. But the one that I want to shut it all off with, that I want to bring it to you today, is the Canadian Shield. He is from a time long ago. He's been brought into the present. He's given a suit with fantastic powers, and that suit is from the future. Thus, where the past, the present, and the future collide, because the suit and him are in the here and the now. So, take a read as you look down. Hopefully, you will be very much interested. This is a great project to get into. It's not just the birth of a character, it's the birth of a universe, the crossverse of Cross Comics.
Yeah, baby.
That is so cool. That was really cool.
Hey, look, Timothy put on some makeup.
Yeah, and if I can find my other one here in a bit, I think you'll
say what now?
I said you put on some makeup. No, it wasn't makeup. It was a mask. Too quick. Oh, it's back on. I'm just being silly, bro.
Camera on, camera off, camera on.
Copy right now, and loving it. Like Diana's on like second gear. I'm on fifth.
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. You probably are.
Is it the wine? Has the wine kind of slowed you down?
No, it's just because I work with children, and from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 6, I literally don't stop. I run around. I run groups.
Yeah,
with
they
children with
throw you
autism.
down like a fine.
So
piece
I
of wood.
literally run groups for about 3 hours nonstop at work. So by the time I get home, which is about 7, and make dinner and fill my stomach, and I sit down, I'm
and
like,
I tell her, we have another group.
Hi.
I say, yeah, we have another group session we got to do, babe.
I know. So that's really why. And my tooth hurts, or my dental work.
Has it started hurting again?
A little bit. I'll have to go and take my medicine after.
No wonder you had to have a drink.
No, that's not why. It helps my body relax and my bones not hurt so much. Believe it or not.
Okay, this has got to be it. My other one. You're really like this.
All right, hang on.
It's only
okay.
I'm just about to put the link in the chat.
That echo is probably my fault, Lorenzo.
I see how it is.
On the radio.
I see how it is. Now I have to be Rick in order to get. Okay, I get it.
Yeah,
All
you have to be Rick in order to get 2 plays a night. Do you have another?
This is a shorter one. This is like less than half the time than the other one.
Yeah, but do we have a Melvin 2 sizzle reel yet?
No, it's still being worked on. I have to hear from John about it.
Oh, these 2 were just for the Canadian Shield #1. I haven't made my sizzle stuff for Canadian Shield #2. I'm in the process.
I sent you the real the actual video for Melvin #1. The second time, not the first time was not the real one.
I got some new software, so I'll be making more too. Because there's so many special effects being thrown out there now. It's almost like if we don't grab a special effect, our video won't stand out. I don't know. I feel like that. So let's see. Faster Than. That's the name of the video, Rick?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Is it up on the screen?
Not yet.
Okay, wait a minute. No, that just means I have now. Right. Okay, there it is. Hang on 1 second. Boom!
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap all buildings in a single bound. Look, it's a raven! No, it's a plane! Wait, this is the wrong hero. All right, maybe it's the wrong hero, but he does all that anyway. This is the Canadian Shield!
Nice.
That was so cool.
I thought you were gonna go. Let's get ready to rumble.
I know, right?
He would have gotten sued. That's what's his name's trademark thingy.
You're right. You have to change the last word. Let's prepare to have combat.
Well, I just did that. I thought it'd be a nice, funny video, real catchy, because
it's good.
He is sort of my Superman type character, so he's like faster than
I did
people.
enjoy the wrong hero with the wrong hero painting over Superman. I love it. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for Timothy. Let's see. I think it's this one. Oh wait, I got to go back. I got to go back to YouTube to get that one. Shoot, because it's weird in StreamYard. I can see the link. I can't copy it. I can show it to you guys, but I can't click it. And I don't know why that is.
I don't know.
It's in their chat. Like their chat system is kind of flawed like that. All right, hang on. I cleared up enough windows. Now I can go here. In there. And then let's see. Honey.
Yeah.
So what else is happening?
Oh, well, you were trying to set something up, so
I am. I still am. I'm looking for you to distract.
Oh, distraction. How'd that work?
I don't know.
So we have been on streams, let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We are scheduled to do a Friday night stream with Pops, but we have to reschedule it. I have to reach out to him and let him know we have a family thing coming up that I forgot about, because that's how things roll these days with me. But next week we are looking to what I'd like to do, okay, is is you know how we did the spin the wheel for our indie for the launch party?
No, what are you talking about?
Remember when we did the launch party for Cluster Fudge and we had the launch party and we did spin the wheel and people got to like spin the wheel if they backed the book with a physical backing?
No.
And they won some cool stuff. I want to do that again. Only this time I want to wait until like we're halfway through the 30-day mark and then have a halfway launch party or come up with some creative name. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I was saying last Wednesday. At the 30-day mark, when you're going over from the first 30 days, second 30-day, it's the relaunch party or the extension party.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. We could wait until the 30 days. That's even better, and then do like a relaunch or a, we're still here party. We're still here and launching again. Support us.
Yeah. We're extending it from 30 to another
60s.
30 days.
Yeah.
So
I could do
you
something like
still
that. Yeah, no, that would work too. Lorenzo, the wheel we're talking about is if you back during one of our parties or when we during one of the large parties, or if we just decide on a random Wednesday night to pull out the wheel, the digital wheel with prizes for Cluster Fudge, and you back it during that time, you can let us know. Oftentimes, if we're doing the wheel, we have the campaign pulled up so we know if somebody's gone over to back it, and you get to, not physically, but you get to, hey, we're going to spin the wheel for Lorenzo and see if he can pick up any other little prizes. So that's what the spin the wheel is all about. Because he asked, what's a wheel? I'm just looking at the question.
Well, my thing is, Lorenzo, how old are you? You don't know what a wheel is?
Well, he is a Sleestackian.
Yes, he is. He doesn't quite understand.
So
what does the word wheel mean? Oh my goodness gracious, wheel.
Wheel, it means like when you put your arms around each other and you hug, where the two hands connect as you embrace your love or your friend. That's a completed wheel. It's a circle.
It's when a group or more people is going to do something. We'll do this. We'll do that.
It is a circular object that revolves around an axle and is fixed below a vehicle or other object to enable it to move easily over the ground. That is what the definition of the word wheel means. It is definitely a human invention.
Are you certain?
Probably don't need to do that because they're so awesome.
Welcome back, Tim. About that?
Well, that's what Wikipedia or whatever it is.
A masterpiece is about to be played.
Oh, here we go. Melvin #1, guys. Here we go.
Yeah, I think it's the same one, but I'm going to play it again anyways. So, Tim.
Yeah?
Who's the artist on this one?
Sherwin K.O. Sains.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like the use of the blacks, the shadows and stuff.
He's very good at inking.
Nice layouts.
Oh, thank you. They're based on my storyboards.
Oh, that one was even shorter. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
The other one was just me kind of messing around.
Very cool.
Melvin #1 is ribbed for her pleasure.
So we got to get one for Melvin #2 soon.
Chris is supposed to be working on it. John Huguet, aka Nova Blast.
Very cool.
I'm ready to start promoting you guys, man.
That's awesome.
I know. I've been on Vic, like you wouldn't believe. I've been like, hey dude, how about the pages? Hey dude, how about the pages? You know.
Yeah.
I always miss.
I'm sure he's sick of it by now.
I catch you guys a lot in replay, like if I can get into it afterwards. But like every time I go on Twitter, like I'll see the post from him going live, and it was like 2-3 hours ago. I'm like, man, always missing it. My clock is screwed up. Plus, I work full time. That always screws me up. My wife seems to think I sit behind a computer all day and should be able to watch all these.
Yep, you do.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I run around all day fixing little problems. That's what I do as a tech.
All the time you do?
Every moment of every day.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Why do you think I'm losing weight?
Well, that's true.
Well, my campaign will probably start it in June. I think I'm gonna hopefully have be putting up my pre-launch in January, February, and hopefully have a nice little video for that. If I can get off my butt and start doing some stuff that I need to do for an animation for it.
Well, now should we start releasing, like starting our campaigns like a year or two out? You know, like I'm just thinking about the big guys. That's what they do.
Yeah, well, no, the pre-launch. If you can put up a pre-launch campaign 3 or 4 months out, you might be good for that. Like if you're on Indiegogo, I don't think.
I don't understand why it takes so long to put books out. When I mean, there has to be a reasonable amount of time, but it seems like the formula is to take forever on books. And it should be like a YouTube channel where you're creating more content instead of, 2 books a year or 1 book a year.
I think I figured it out. I think they're hand copying each book by hand. So each comic is individually hand duplicated from the last one. So it takes a long time.
Well, for me, I know it's been money for one.
Well, yeah, that's normally the case, but my question is.
But I was going to say, I don't think Kickstarter has pre-launch campaign, so it's only with Indiegogo that you can do a pre-launch campaign. Although, everybody on your, YouTube channel and maybe your Twitter, you could start saying, "Oh, I have a book coming out at this point," sort of pre-launch that way.
So I think we have to address the elephant in the room. The ancient Altrusians were technologically advanced, but Lorenzo's people, they spent so much time underground in the caverns that they lost a lot of knowledge.
I'm sorry to hear that, Bob.
I hate to tell you, but I don't see an elephant in my room. I mean, do you see?
Nope, nothing there.
Be careful, the paranormal is everywhere.
Oh
if you feel a trunk on the back of your neck, run.
Oh, Chris.
I'm scared.
Oh, Christopher, what are we going to do with
If I felt an elephant trunk on the back of my neck, I'd run.
Hey, I once shot an elephant standing in my PJs, and I how it got in my PJs, I'll never know.
You're funny.
So, honey, what are you eating? You're hiding.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair. You know the rules. You have to show the audience what you're eating.
She's like, "Don't look at me! Don't look at me!"
So, what is it? What the
mashed
heck is
potatoes?
Oh,
plain mashed potatoes. I know. I just realized I was probably making a bunch of noise. I'm sorry. I'm moving it out.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like the seasoning, how's that going?
Mashed potatoes.
We now know what happened to Mr. Potato Head in his bucket of parts.
Yeah, there we go. They're just plain mashed potatoes, guys. Nothing extravagant. And I'm sorry, I realized I was eating very loudly.
Since Chris put me up, that's page 12, which I was working on today on Rumble from the Canadian Shield number 2.
Yeah.
Wait, Canadian Shield number 2. So what happened to Toxico?
Well, he's still in it, and usually most comics go, you have a battle, then there's something in between, and then you have a second battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's this guy? Is he a bad guy too?
No, he's Messenger. You seen him? If you would have read the first comic, you would have seen him there.
Oh well, I'm sorry. I didn't get a copy. You should totally send me a copy so I'll know.
Well,
might have
maybe
you
a
there.
digital, maybe a digital copy. But see, I did purchase Melvin #1, the digital copy. Timothy didn't even purchase a digital version of the Canadian Shield.
Because it was over by the time I found out about. I knew when I knew about it. So
Yeah, but it's still available on my website.
So I have a question, Timothy. Our Cluster Fudge 2 book live on Indiegogo right now for anybody watching. Please go. We're offering #1 with #2. Will you be doing that with Melvin too, or is #1 like?
I think so. Yes, definitely.
Because we didn't even know you yet, so we have to get in on the whole package. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I keep cheering Melvin. I don't even know who Melvin is. I'm like, that's Tim's guy. Yay!
Melvin is a mercenary hired to save a princess from a dangerous cult.
Ooh, I like already.
I love it.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
There's something to be said about tropes and using them that I just adore. Like, my comics are so full of tropes that some people won't even recognize. But like the saving the princess from the castle. Well, you didn't save from the castle, but when you said that, the first thing I thought of was Mario, and I was like, oh, I got to check this out.
But the twist is she can save herself. She's already combat trained.
Really?
Because she in her kingdom, it's standard for people of a certain age to go into the military, but she's the last of the royal family. She's the last to heir to what do you call that? Heir? Take the throne after her father dies.
Yeah.
So they treat her like a treasure. She's confined to her room, and her movements outside her room are very guarded. She'd learn to sneak out, and she'd go to her friends, and her friends trained her how to fight.
Wow.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So she's
up here, man.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. So she sneaks out of this hidden kingdom because of the cult. Every place is hidden underground. So she sneaks out. Her and her friends get captured by the cult. Her friends get sacrificed to this beast, and they're about to sacrifice her. But Melvin shows up because he was hired to rescue her. But by the time he gets to where she was, she's gone because she freed herself. So the whole issue,
a little catch 22 on his butt.
Yeah, so he's like seconds behind her, and finally he catches up and he says, "No one told me you could do that," and that's because they don't know. But you should still read the book anyway, because there's.
No, I'm just going to collect it now. I already know the story. I know everything I need to know, right? No,
right.
Just played it, bro. But like we like have a unique opportunity because nobody pays attention to guys like us. We can really sneak in the back door with our comics and get something really started. So my goal is not only to produce my books and get publicity for mine, but I'm going to try to, just create a promotional stream for Wednesday nights. It's and not a shill stream either. I want fun. I want you guys to be alive. I love you guys.
Hold on.
We need projects. We need ink flowing through our blood.
Oh my God, Chris!
It turns out I am very I am very much alive. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
I used to have more people on and do that, but I have my talking with. But yeah, I get what you mean. We got to be able to help. Everybody's going to be able to help each other in this community.
You should start doing that again, Rick.
Well, I think we have a problem in that right now. I think that the circle is very tight, and by that I mean like there's a limited. Like we're in a fishbowl with a bunch of people. And there's a whole ocean out there that we just need to reach out to. Like, I love all the comic fans we have right now. I love all the readers and all the creators. But we're only hitting, a few hundred to a few thousand. And there are millions of people out there just waiting to find out about Cross Comics and Melvin and Cyclopean. And we just got to find a way to leak it out there. And
I think one, building an audience. 2, time. 3, traveling to more cons because that's where the people go. And possibly being your own distributor and getting into comic shops.
Yeah, you guys heard Diana did that, right?
Right.
Yeah, she did it. I was so proud of her because every morning I wake up, she actually cut back her job hours and she's been working harder on Hero Shack. And I said to her this morning, honey, go sell some books. And she did. I was like, yeah, girl.
I did.
I'm so proud of her.
And I'm very excited. I'm very excited because believe it or not, you guys, I was a little nervous about making the phone call. I'm like, how do I say this? What do I do? Blah, blah, blah. But once I got on the phone and I started talking, and the person I was talking to was amazing. She's definitely a marketing person. She kind of guided me through the conversation. Like she just asked me how many books, and I gave her the website and all of that. So I was very excited about that because now I'm like, okay, I have a list of local comic book shops that I'm going to call tomorrow and to set up times that Chris and I can go out and talk to them about having them have our books in their store. Yes, what's the matter?
Nothing. I just thought maybe one of us should be on camera.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to.
There you go. Hi.
I'm done eating my mashed potatoes. I can now be on television.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of people on. Like I used to. Well, the talking with that I did with you guys. I was doing it for every week for a while, but sometimes it's hard to get guests on.
Right.
You reach out and say, "Hey, do you want to come on my show?" And they never get back to you.
Right.
It's like, or you arrange a time and then they don't show up.
Yeah.
It's like, and then they don't have the courtesy, and it's like to let you know that yeah.
Here's an idea. Here's an idea. When a guest wouldn't show up on a TV show, when they have like a standby guest just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have somebody to come on just in case somebody else doesn't show up.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
think
true.
the other thing that I was trying to do it with, like an hour or 2 hours because that's what my show normally was. So I figured I'll do 2 hours. If I'm going to do 2 hours, I think I need to have a couple different creators on for that.
Right.
Although, like last night, I thought we were going to only go for half an hour, and we went like for an hour and 15 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, Diana wouldn't stop talking. My goodness.
Guys are so bad.
Women.
Yeah, it was crazy, Tim. She was just selling. And all I could do was listen.
Yak.
I think at one point she even told Rick to hush up and she just kept talking.
No, I did not.
She gonna kill me.
I'm telling you, I never get a word in edgewise half the time with you guys. Because you guys
Blah, 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 blah.
Know what you're talking about.
I go upstairs and downstairs and smack wherever he is from you and smack him.
You need to be really passive aggressive to Chris for the next week or so.
I'm
And he'd be like,
right?
what? He goes, you know what you did.
Right? I probably could. But he'd be like, no, I don't remember.
I'm talking over you. I'm so sorry. I'm done now. I'll be serious. And just remind everybody that we have a fantastic book on Indiegogo.
Yes, we do.
So I'm doing that intentionally. I know it's going to be annoying, but I know that I don't sell enough at all. Like I never mention it. So
I know what it is.
What's that?
I know what it is.
What's that?
You're trying to do this because I got books in a store or I'm getting books in a store.
Well, it would help if somebody would back us while we were on the show and I could try to claim credit and say, okay, you sold 6, but at least I got 1.
Whatever you do, when she finally gets you outside the stream and she's mad, just go limp. She'll lose interest and go somewhere else.
Yeah, you're right. I will.
Smug Pug is the greatest. I got to tell you something. I wrote him because the other night it was late. It was about 12 o'clock. And I was supposed to be in bed. I was on the couch. And I saw him plug Cluster Fudge by video.
Yeah.
And I was like so excited. I ran into the bedroom. I'm like, Diana. She's like, what? And I'm like, come check it out. And so she was like, oh, yeah, that's great, honey. I'm going back.
Well, I
to
was
sleep.
half asleep. Don't make it sound like I was very excited, but
You were, but in a very half asleep sort of way.
yeah, I was like,
Chris
you guys
sounds
don't
like-
understand. I crashed. I'm like, I had no problem sleeping.
Chris sounds like some kid who just wants to show you his favorite TV shows on.
Yeah, 100%. It's the craziest thing ever.
Yes.
My favorite shows on Smug Pug. Yay!
You should see her. Like the other night, I put on Flash Gordon Saves
Yeah.
the Universe. It's like a channel of serial, old black and white serials.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She didn't even blink an eye, though. She knows me so well. She was like, I'll wait till he passes out, and then it's mine. Because when I go to the couch, I'll put on something and fall asleep during it.
Right?
Oh, I got a question for you guys. So, what do you think of Shatner now being an astronaut? William Shatner.
I'm praying that he is. Did he come back yet? Was it just like a quick up and down?
It was only like the whole thing was like 11 minutes.
Oh, then I'm completely ecstatic and happy. I was only worried about his health.
I'm imagining him floating in space and like Captain's log. 1.
So yeah,
Flush.
that whole
And
thing was
chat.
on. Well, probably on more than this, but it was on NBC today, and I watched it via YouTube. The whole thing, it going up, it coming down. You know, the whole trip was like 11 minutes. So he was like in like free space. You know, like 0 G's for like 4 or 5 minutes. If
That is so sweet. I got to tell you, okay, so I have a lot of male influences in my life. Part of that is mostly because my father and mother split when I was really, 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 really young and barely knew him. So Captain Kirk in particular is one of my all-time favorite male like role models. And I've watched people cringe when I say that because these days he's considered like so inappropriate. But he was such a great, 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 great captain for a crazy spaceship. You know, like he made the whole series for me. Like you had Bones, you had Spock. Okay, yeah, they're fun. Captain Kirk is over there hitting on the blue lady in the corner, and he's making eyes at the green one on the other side. He was the man, and let any of those villains stand up to him because he would kick their butts. And the best part is he would be wrong so many times and like kind of learn during the program. You know, he'd get it wrong, and yet then he'd come around, or Spock would say something, and like you would watch these characters evolve.
Mhm.
Captain Kirk was the balls. He was top.
You're so
And
funny.
he made history too, doing this too by being the oldest guy in space, probably oldest human, with being 90 years old.
Yeah.
I personally like Spock
Yeah.
because of his pointy ears.
Did you know he's
Boo.
Now it was said that there was like 4 people on board.
Spock's okay.
Shatner, who got his seat given to him by the Amazon guy,
Mm-hmm.
because he owns the company that's doing it. One of the company, Blue Origins, which is the company, one of their things, and then 2 other people paid for a ticket on it. And they said the ticket, they didn't know for sure, but they said the ticket was around $250,000 a piece.
Honey, I know what I want for Christmas. Actually, though, I don't think I would want to go into space like that. If I go into space, I'm staying for a while. I'm going to a space station. I'm taking a few weeks off. I'm putting the feet up. I'm going to enjoy weightlessness. To go up and only have it for that short period of time. I guess I'd go if it was a freebie, but I wouldn't want to spend $250,000 just to go. It was like a roller coaster only for like a 4-minute float. You know what I mean? I'd be disappointed. I'd be like, yeah, I got ripped off. Give me my money back.
Well, I don't know about the other guys, but Shatner was almost speechless, lost for words, really.
I bet he was. The G-forces going up must have freaked him out something fierce.
Oh, Diana.
Interesting
known fact. Leonard Nimoy was also the voice of Galvatron.
Oh,
yes.
Actually, I'm not sure whether that's a little known fact, Timothy. I think that's a pretty big known fact.
But she didn't know it. She had no idea.
So there. In your face, Rick.
But no,
she's still trying to figure out what color skin Spock has.
But
Wasn't it
even,
like yellowish color? Maybe.
no, well,
Nope.
Leonard Nimoy, the actor who played Spock, was Jewish.
Yes.
And in fact, the live long and prosper comes out of something in a Jewish ceremony.
Thank you,
You
Lorenzo.
gotta stick out your thumb.
Christopher.
Yes, what, honey?
I know you're goofing off, but Lorenzo wanted to point out that the link that you have in the description for the show is incorrect.
Diana.
No, that's for the Indiegogo.
I
Yes.
got it right off of this. Hang on, let me see something.
See, if you turn it sideways and put in the thumb, it's Pac-Man. Womp, womp, womp,
I'm
womp.
not sure about that. But if you put it sideways, put the thumb in, and do it with both hands, it's nanu.
Oh my God.
Work.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Stop, you guys, right now.
You know what it is?
What?
And this happened to a Lazmat. I was looking for a Lazmat's Clock People.
Yeah.
It's the link that we're copying out of the browser. That's the same link that I have in my browser, but then it came up. Where did it go? Lorenzo's got the only correct link.
Well, you should get a correct link and put it in the description, the right link in the description.
Yeah, I'm trying, but I'm...
That might be helpful, honey. Just saying.
Okay, well, I will talk to the manager. Well, see, look, I'm going to show you.
See, he's going to blame me again, you guys, and I had nothing to do with that.
Well, how about you? I got a question. Just click Lorenzo's link, copy.
Well,
and
I
paste
did.
It.
I did, and watch what it does. Ready? That's what it comes up as. Do you see that? My link comes. It redirects to this. So
yeah, that's what you want. I can copy it and put it in the description.
But no, that's not what I mean. So if I go over to Lorenzo's link and I click it, his link is different than the one that ends up in my browser. So I click his, and it redirects to this. And if I use the one that's in the redirect, it gets screwed up. That's weird. That's very weird, and it worries me because I don't.
Well, is the one from in your thing down below one that might link to the back part of your campaign?
No. I was careful about that. No, this is something completely bizarre because I've always used that one, and it's never given me a problem. Now, see that one that I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
That goes to the back site, but that looks like the one that Lorenzo's sharing. Hang on, let me try something.
He said he got that from. Let's see. Okay, that.
So if I grab this and I open it in the incognito, dun, 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 that works. All right. Hey, we got a backer, by the way.
We did.
Yeah, we're up $5. Thank you, somebody.
Thank you, kind person.
Yeah. Okay, Lorenzo, you're right. I don't know why that's working, but I'm going to switch and.
So if you do a cluster fudge with less pages, is that a diet fudge?
Yes, it's a light fudge.
Less calories.
Yeah, that's it.
Something like that. Yeah.
He's fudging a little less.
I really do need to. I really think I want to get in touch with a local fudge maker.
I know you do. And that could be a great little secret perk, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
so let me refresh that because we're still at 95 in that.
Since the Grim Reaper seems to be a character in your cluster fudge book, you ever think about doing a Halloween special?
Well, that was kind of what Last of the Reapers was. That was our book in 2020 around this time. And to give you guys a little clue of fun here, the Reaper that you see there is part of that universe. And in the video, you may have noticed a Red Reaper. He is actually the main character from Last of the Reapers from the Reaper side. So there's actually a couple of main characters depending on the plot line that you prefer. But,
so it's an expansion of your universe.
It's kind of yes, kind of no. It's more or less just an inclusion. Like, I don't like doing a book where I can't attach it somehow, some way. And this time the Reaper played more of a role than I intended. But like, I always have little things in the background that tie this to that, or especially like if you were to look at Last of the Reapers, there are a lot of connections to other indie products that I dropped in there. friends that I had, cross promoting with and stuff, like Gary Henderson from Pyramid Nights. His stuff appears in a lot of my work. Just in the background, I'll put a logo in or a little teaser line, something to just let my friends know, yeah, I'm still thinking of you, even when the reader has no clue, so it's kind of fun.
That's just like how Zed and Odysseus are actually making an appearance at the end of Melvin #2.
And
See, it's
hello,
a cool
Mighty
idea,
Geek
isn't it?
Studios.
But they don't really have a part in the story. They're just kind of walking through the scene. They're not really. It's just them walking through.
Well, admittedly, I'm kind of stupid and crazy. Like, for instance, in 2020, I offered to add a person to a comic book because she said she was interested but couldn't afford the tier that I was offering to add a person to the comic.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up adding her and her husband, and I made their characters foster parents to Arctic Blast, which basically tied them to that universe forever, and included them throughout the story. And they were like, oh, I thought we were going to do a walkthrough. And I'm like, nope, you're a mutant, he's a mutant, and your son's a mutant. Oh, I just totally went crazy. So
Everybody's
that's another
mutants.
great reason Diana's
That's how we do
involved
it
in all
here.
this.
You get a
Hey,
card. You
Jerry.
get a card. You get a card.
Mighty Geek Studios.
Hello,
We're just
hello.
filling the book and talking about other books.
Yeah.
If
Talking
I had
about the
100
most important book ever, Melvin #2, coming soon.
Very nicely done.
Now, Terry, now that you're here, we have to say we need something from you to promote, man. We're going to start promoting each other. We need something from you, bro. Mighty Geek Studio needs a sizzle reel. Send me some artwork and I'll do it. We need to get everybody getting hype.
Yeah.
And why do I say that? Just because if you guys are hype, I'll stay hype. But if you guys don't get hype, I'll wear down like a top, and then Diana will have to spin me again. And she doesn't like to spin me. I get dizzy.
No, it's too much work.
Yeah.
It's just way too much
I'm
work.
too
guys.
fat for that
I
these
just.
days. What's that?
What would Chris do if he only had 100 days to make a comic? He would do just fine, I think. I think he
I'd make
would
2 or 3.
easily master that.
I think he makes at least one in 100 days. Maybe
Yeah.
one and a half.
What happens after 100 days?
Well, the next one. So
I'm just saying, does he have 100 days comic book before he,
Oh, I don't know, but I make every comic book like it's my last. And it's kind of weird because I never know when God is going to take me. Obviously, I'm aware of my mortality at the age of 52. Could be tomorrow. It could be another 50 years. So when I make a book, I'm always like, man, I got to get this done just in case God takes me. I don't want to leave like a book with 4 pages left for Diana to figure out, and that may seem
I will
bizarre,
hunt you
but I
down.
think- Huh?
I will hunt you down.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
I
No
think
seances,
he
baby. You're
would
Christian.
be. I think he'd be very easy to find if he's dead.
Well, I would.
And you might actually go through my files and find written notes and stuff, but
I'm
she
sure I
assumes
would.
everything's in my head. I have all sorts of notation files, though.
It's very frustrating because, seriously, if the good Lord took him home today, I'd really be in a bind.
She'd casually
No,
stroll
you
through
get-
the pearly gates and say, "Hey, you need to finish these pages," and then walk out. I'll be back. She'll be. I'll be back for you later.
I probably would.
So to be serious for a moment, I am quite certain, God forbid, if I were to pass in the middle of a book, you would have an outpouring of friends that would be willing to finish it for you, even if it wasn't exactly the way I had it intended, because you are a very nice woman and people love you.
I don't know
So
about
I
that,
compare between-
but I would reach out to. We would probably do something like that. Or I'd
I'm
close
sure
shop
you
and
could. It would
move
be
to
no
Florida.
problem.
I'm not sure who could finish it. I might be able to.
If I only had a certain amount of time to do a book and I was gonna expire, I'd do it all in crayons and just be
There
done
you
with it.
go. So yeah, he's talking about. I guess there is a challenge, Chris. Why did you
Oh
sign up for
no,
that?
Mighty Geek, why are you gonna do this to me? You know how I love challenges. Okay, so tell me more.
What are the rules? Yeah, we need to know the rules for this challenge.
So I
eh?
make comics all the time. Do you have to take 100 days to make them? And is there a strict rule that you have to follow certain procedures, or is it just do what I do for 100 days?
Yeah, because you've made a comic in under 100 days.
Oh yeah, Diana watches me make a. Yeah, the only thing I can't do is one in 24 hours. I still haven't done that. That is a pain. Oh, that is the
Well,
hardest.
that's because again, you put too many details and too much of a story in that 24-hour comic. We talked about it. I thought you were prepped for it. I left you alone. I came back in the room, and this was Chris. Honey, how's the comic going? Ha 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 ha. How's it going? Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break. We'll go lay on the couch. I'm like, are you allowed to do that? Yeah, why not? I gotta get it done in 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, obviously, you're allowed to do whatever you want. If you can get that comic done in 30 minutes, you're allowed to waste all the rest of the day. You've done it in 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I probably wouldn't suggest somebody taking only 30 minutes to make a comic.
I have to tell you though, I did get closer. I got to page 18. Next year I'll have even more experience. But I did flounder again. I took 2 naps, and that was the mistake. I have to find a way to take one good power nap in the middle, because I do get kind of foggy when I sit in front of the screen too long.
You need to drink as many energy drinks as you can, man. Just fly through it.
This is being consistent with making comics. So I don't know what other people do, but I draw at least a page or 2 a day. And then I do sketches on the side, although that has developed into a secret book that Diana just found out about that I'm kind of cultivating.
You are keeping secrets from her.
It showed up in my digital sketchbook, and I said, do you want to see it? Oh shoot, I got that, bro. I got that easy. Okay, that's cool. I'll do the challenge.
But I was gonna say, for the 24-hour thing, you need to wake up. With we were reading the thing, it said, start 15 minutes before the end of the day, and you have 15 minutes to after the end of the day. So you're best probably to be up, sleep till half an hour to 15 minutes before up, and so you're ready. You've slept. You have all that energy to start it with, and then maybe when you get to the like hour 16, pop a couple of energy drinks to make it.
And I was thinking though, if they allow stuttered start times, if I was to start that on a normal morning, I wake up at 3, and right up until about 7 o'clock, I'm drawing and just working my butt off until I have to go to work. Then I get home about 4. I usually unwind for about 45 minutes with my dog and my coffee. And then I start going until Diana tells me that it's either supper or bedtime. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, I know that I remember what you're talking about, the 100-day challenge. But that's for people who are like, well, I don't know how to say this. They work full time and they don't feel like they have enough time to get into the comics. So they're pushing themselves to make it a regimen of 30 minutes a day.
Mm-hmm.
That one for me is irrelevant, because if I only do 30 minutes a day, it's because Diana dragged my butt to a wedding and made me go to the reception as well.
It was my nephew, and he had
happened more than twice.
How dare you, Diana?
Isn't that awful? I actually made him socialize.
She's made me live life.
Oh, so awful.
She's made me go to dinner.
Chris,
leave the iPad at home.
Chris, give me a signal if she's abusing you. Just give me one signal. Roger.
Guys, it's so bad. It's so bad. I can't even.
Yeah, well,
he hasn't seen anything yet.
Hey,
No,
if you do 60 minutes one day, I think you've made up for missing the 30 minutes one of the other days.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Oh, now that one, my friend, that one would be perfect, because I could go until the book was done without worries. I wondered, the other thing is, the hardest part is 24 pages. Like, I could do a 12-page comic in 24 hours that was twice the level of detail, but the 24-page is tough because, like, when you stretch it out, you want to put all that detail in. It's so hard. I have a hard time. I could do 12-page or 2-page spreads and just do 12 pages, right?
Mm-hmm. You could, but
or the easy way to do a 24-hour paid comic in 24 hours, 24 splash pages. Just one big picture on each page.
And I don't think it would be out of bounds to lower or to make the size smaller. Although that to me would seem too cheap. Like, I know manga, I guess, are smaller books, or at least the trade paperbacks are.
Yeah.
So there's room for that in the world. You know, like it's not totally alien and foreign to make a smaller book.
Mm-hmm.
Although
I might like to do that 24-hour thing for next year if it's on a good day for me.
That would be awesome.
Dude, why don't we start talking like sometime in the next 3 to 6 months? We pick a day and we could just launch our own. And
I was going to say, why don't you just
do the
host
October
one?
We could too.
Yeah.
But like we could do our own, like, I don't know, because of our schedules and stuff. Like if you can only do it like on January 14th, 2022, between the hours of 3 p.m. and 3 a.m. or whatever it would be, 3 p.m. and 3 p.m., then we could do it then. And then if we want to do it in October as a group, we still could, and or individually. I'll still do it in October, mostly because it's a tradition. I've done it for 2 years now. I can't let it go.
Yeah, because there was a
It's a tradition. I love it.
There was sort of a contest that we were trying to do on my channel, and I never finished the script, and I got to find it. And it's going to sound worse when I say what it was, but it's not as bad as what it sounds. But the script was for a harem manga. Now, it's not, sexual in nature. It's just, maybe a bunch of girls that are interested in one guy trying to get his attention.
Yeah.
But, there doesn't have to be sex or anything in it,
It sounds pretty good, actually.
Sort of like, almost like Archie, if you will. With Betty and Veronica after him and all that.
Yeah.
You might put a couple more girls in there than just Betty and Veronica. So I did it with superheroes. Oh man, I put a bunch of sexual innuendo in it, but
I think that would work.
Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, Queen Bee is opening up my eyes to the human body in a way that I've never known before. And what I mean
just sounds so funny, doesn't it?
I'm starting to really feel comfortable drawing the woman. Not that I wasn't comfortable a year ago or 2 years ago, but now it's starting to really, like, the leg of a woman can be just 2 strokes of the brush. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to learn how to, like, less is more with a woman.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Say it ain't so, Terry, because I'm in the same frame of mind. Oh God. Okay, so guys, the working title of my secret book, can I tell them that, honey?
Yeah.
Because it's probably going to change. But the working title right now is St. Elmo's Sanctuary. And it is not a superhero comic. It is a comic where, so if you've ever seen the movie Glass and that kind of universe where there were psychologists basically telling these people who had superpowers they were insane, similar idea but different. But the sanctuary idea is that they're basically taking people who think they have powers and they're trying to show them how they don't. And of course, every single one of them don't have powers, but this one fellow has issues, and that's the story of the book. Diana got to see his father, and he's one of my coolest characters yet. He is a formed character, much in the vein of the Cyclopean or Forever Tron or any of the distorted characters you guys may have seen me draw in the past. He's very distorted, but he's very cool. I love Pops. That's what he is. That's not his name, but he's the dad figure.
It definitely sounds interesting. I'd like to do stuff for I think eventually with that out because I tried to create my own version of the Archies, and then I've tried to create my own. Well, I guess Ninja Turtles are superhero, but my own.
Hey.
I've created. Now, would Transformers be superheroes? Because I've created my own version of the Transformers.
I wouldn't think so, but I mean, some people would definitely take it as a superhero, but that's a hero in metal. It's not the same. I don't know. But to answer Terry real quick, if people start asking about like organs and stuff, I've already talked to Diana. I'm going to open up an online organ store, and on that store, I'll have Casio and Yamaha and a couple of other cheap brands, and I will sell the organs as part of the deal. I'll say, if you want my women to have organs, here you go. Buy an organ.
No, you want my woman to have an organ, you put her up playing an organ in the thing. In the comments.
Hi, my sketchbook. Now,
Hey,
I gotta ask, is my sketchbook, is his name, is it a he, and is it Chris?
No, his name is not Chris, and yes, he is a he.
Cool.
Well, welcome to the show, regardless.
Well, you met him on.
We
on
met him on
Saturday.
your show. I know.
And the only reason I'm asking is because we were actually, do you know we ended up on another stream after your stream, Rick?
Okay.
We ended up on Crom after your stream because we got off, and Diana got to talking with Dory, and next thing I know, we're in their stream for another 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and I'm like, brain dead, and like I lost track of everybody that we were talking to. It was just like a blur.
Yeah, but what I mean is, last Saturday when you came in with the draw along, he was the other guy in the room.
That's who you're talking
yes,
to.
yes.
There was you, me, and him on Rumble.
Yes, I do remember him, but I somehow I have him bled with some girl somewhere. Not intentional, bro. Don't take that the wrong way. The names and stuff, I think it might be the icons similar to somebody else. Truly, what needs to happen is I need to get off of Twitter because everybody has icons that confuse me. But I'm learning. Still learning. Miss Diana, you have pretty hair tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and as you saw earlier, and some of the people there saw. Let's see if I can bring them up again.
I can see. We can see in real time. Chris exhaust Diana.
You want to see exhaustion? You should see her when we go out. Like when we go out, like out of town for like conventions, and it's about 11 o'clock at night. We've done a day of conventioning, and I've gone out to eat with her, and she's like, I swear to God, if he says one more thing, I just need a shower and a bath. Chris, just leave me alone for 20 minutes, because by the time we get there, I've driven her nuts. Yeah. I count tiles on ceilings. I point out people's ankles. I want to go into stores that we have no business being in just to go see. I'm referring to the casino.
Mighty Geek says Transformers would be like a look at society.
Yeah, I always thought Transformers was like a kind of a metaphor for the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Ooh,
really? That's kind of deep.
Think about it, like a war that's lasted forever. One's trying to eradicate the other side.
Yeah.
Well, one's trying
super technology.
Optimus Prime is pretty much Moses, and well, this is not on purpose. This is by accident. They brought like Jesus.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, as well, I want to see what. Well, I was going to say we'll see what.
Well, there's a story.
Diana thinks of my version of Chris's letter for his name on thing that she did see it last night.
I know. I'm looking. It looks really good. I was going to ask you.
Let me help here because Diana's not doing her job.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. You know what it is? I've got to take a break because I got to go get my medicine from my mouth.
So I'll tell Chris. I'll tell Chris because he'll find this interesting.
Oh,
so
I like that.
They killed off Optimus Prime in the Transformers movie, right?
Yes.
Kids were so upset that they flooded. I think Hasbro or Sunbow. Our parents sent all these letters to Hasbro or Sunbow, saying that their kids are upset they killed off Optimus Prime, so they just had to find a reason to bring him back.
Actually, I believe that because, yeah, you can't kill Optimus Prime. You just can't. I'm sorry. Everybody wants to kill him when they're creating for him. I'm sure the Transformers have a lot of depth, and
Well, yeah.
Optimus Prime is a prime target, but you can't kill Optimus Prime.
Well, I mean, it was a big commercial. Transformers was nothing but a big commercial. So when they made the movie, they were clearing the the
Sir,
way for new toys.
sir, I am virtually slapping you with a leather mitt in the face, one of those little gloves.
Oh, it's like that. It's like that now, huh?
Yeah, to me, that show was legendary. Like, okay, granted, every character was a toy. But it's not their fault. They didn't intend to be toys. They were just awesome.
I know. Actually, the Transformers series, toy line, was like 6 toy lines merged into one.
You mean like from all the Japanese stuff they pulled it from?
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't pull GoBots though. Those were the worst.
Don't get me wrong. The Transformers series, as an adult looking back, you can see how it's one big commercial.
Oh God, I just had a flashback.
Well, think here's
Leader One and Scooter are GoBots.
Oh, you didn't realize that? There was a Transformers comic where they were showing Megatron in the Gladiator stuff that they do and that he was in, and he was up against Psykill, the leader of the Renegades from GoBot.
Right. That's kind of crazy, huh?
Bumblebee as a leader? No way, dude. I call no way on that one. Actually, I didn't have any problem with Rodimus Prime, but only as a temporary leader. It made sense that they bring Optimus Prime back.
Although I do have to admit, and this is probably going to discredit me as a human being, but I remember crying during Bumblebee getting abducted by the government and kind of tortured. I don't remember which movie it was, but I remember getting a little misty-eyed. It wasn't like a, but I was like, oh no.
That was the first one.
Was that what it was? I remember getting all upset because they were like,
well, for the live action ones, anyways.
Well, I mean, here's a dead giveaway that the whole cartoon was a commercial. The second season of Transformers, all these characters showed up with no explanation.
Well, the space bridge, I think they're bringing.
No, they didn't even explain it. Like smoke screen and tracks and whatever, they were just there, and they never explained why.
Well, you could have just not seen them. We don't know how many Autobots were on the ark.
Well, the cartoon they didn't explain it, but the comic book, the Marvel comic book, they did. But there was bad communication between Marvel and Hasbro.
No way.
Right.
I was thinking about old cartoons that I love. Bless you. And I think they've already done it once, but I don't know. I'm thinking about getting my hands on the first season of Star Blazers, maybe the second one. I think it's called Battleship Yamada or something like that in Japan. But I love the Star Blazers series, and I'm like just
Flagship Yamato, yeah.
Yeah. I'm afraid they're going to end up rebooting it, so I want to get it before they screw it up again.
Are you surprised they're going to reboot it and screw it?
Well, they're going to be rebooting everything, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm done with reboots. I'm done with revisioning. I'm like, let's see some new characters, period. That's all I'm interested in. Like the Superman thing going on right now. God bless. I'm happy for you guys if that's where you want to take the character, but that just leaves me I'm like, okay. It's time to really lift up other indie creators because I'm done with the modern, or they're actually not even modern. I'm done with the old tier of heroes and I'm ready for the new ones.
Yeah. At this point, Spider-Man's just begging to die. He's looking at Marvel going, why won't you just let me die?
You mean Superman?
Marvel.
Because Chris said about Superman.
Yeah, well, no, Superman, you surely heard about Clark Kent's son, John Kent,
Yeah.
has decided to be bisexual.
Right.
Well, not decided. I guess he was born that way, according to the way that works. I don't know.
Well, you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna have him replace Superman now, and then now you have a gay Superman.
Well,
Right?
they've
Yeah, I think
already,
that.
they've
Well, I
already
think
done
that's
that.
what they've done. What's that?
They've already done that. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, that's what they just finished, right? The last issue made it rock solid. Like they built up to it. And like I heard the Australian writer, and I mentioned that he's Australian because I love the accents.
Yeah.
But he was like, he was happy, and he was like, this was an opportunity not to have another white savior. And I was like, oh, it's one of those things. All right, I'm not interested in those kind of what I consider to be propaganda books. I hope they do well. I mean, I love comics.
It's like,
and
why
there's
can't they make
for
their own
everybody.
stuff
Well, they kind of, I guess that's what they're doing. And you know, like I
off the
said, more
backs
power
of
to them, but
pre-existing properties?
I think they're.
what's gonna happen is we're going to have to show them how to draw or how to write a gay character into a book where the characters can be properly presented. And what I mean by that is every time I see it now, it's like a token move. It's like, okay, they've tried turning everybody from Iceman to Robin gay, and the public just got sick of it. They hinted that Batman wouldn't have oral sex with women, and I guess that was insulting enough. But now they're going to take Superman, arguably the biggest property of the last 100 years, and kind of flip that logo around for the rainbow. And like I said, it's their property. That's fine. But I think that we can. Well, I think I can write a better storyline and make it so people are interested in the character, not just like, you know.
Another reason they might be doing this, and I could be wrong, obviously, is all about the money aspect. Because with this Superman, you know, Jonathan Kent and Gay and all this different suit, they now no longer have to put up money to the creators' families.
Right. The copyright issues are real, and these corporations are not good natured when it comes to helping creators. So I think you're right. It very well could be.
I guess in that aspect, but mostly it's just for woke points. It's like, oh, look how
It's a double. They figure they can get some brownie points by doing this, while at the same time you know rip off the families of
Right,
the
because if
money.
they change it enough, they pay less and less, right?
Yeah.
That's just not right. I'm sorry. You know, and that's the thing with Cyclopean and any character that I have, if we're blessed enough to have it make it, I mean, like, I'm gonna tie that into my family estate so that it's always part of their world. You know, like I would never want to leave a character behind that's raking in $1 billion a movie or whatever, and have my family have to be like, yeah, my dad created that, and that's all we got out of it. We got the fact
Well,
that
I think the main difference for me, I'm not sure where I can completely rely on this, because what's his name? The Schuster family, Jerry and Siegel, they sold Superman to DC Comics, so they've sold it to them. I know they fought for the rights and all that, but if I sell something to somebody, I've given the rights to them, most likely.
That's true. If they sold the rights, then they shouldn't be arguing and fighting for more.
And in return, DC Comics got a shovel, dug up his body, and had their way with his body.
And it's just because DC made something of it and it made money. Oh, suddenly, we think we deserve a part of the piece of the pie. Well, your relative sold it to us, but the courts have decided differently. So that's why I say I'm a little up in the air. I don't know all the exact details of how the guys who made Superman, the original creators of Superman, what they did with it in selling. I don't know the contract or anything. So
we're in the 21st century as creators. We have to be aware of our rights now. But when we're talking the older guys, right up until, say, when Image started breaking away, most of those guys were just playing along because that was the only way they could get paid to make comics. the only way they could get printed, unless they wanted to go the hard road of independent, which, God, that was hell. And I know that because I've spoken to enough old timers now, most notably Joe Stanton. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a famous little indie creator who worked with DC for years on Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And he was telling me how bad it was back in like the 80s and 90s, where they would have to order so many comics to get them printed, and then they couldn't sell them. So they'd literally sit in garages and like start collecting mold if they didn't get rid of them, because they would just sit so long.
Yeah.
Thank God for, direct print, and thank God for backers that'll give us enough money to do advanced prints and all that stuff. Cause the old ways were rough. I could not imagine watching a bunch of my books just die in a garage,
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the difference with us, versus, like the guys that made Superman. We're creating our own companies. We're not, going to a company to try and get them made or whatever. We're making our own companies. So we have a lot more say, when we license it out, unless we go and, sell it off to DC, which I don't think any of us here would do. I know you. I don't know about
well,
you.
I might, for the right amount of money, sell something to somebody, but it's like I doubt it. It would, and it would all depend on the deal. Like obviously, Eastman and Laird, obviously they did their deal and made plenty of money. Still kept connected to some extent, but their characters suffered greatly because the Turtles of cartoons and movies are not the Turtles that were first launched.
Yeah.
No,
it's
dude.
like if somebody offered you, $100 million for Cyclopean, would you take it?
I would have to talk to two people, Jesus and my wife, because
the people. I don't know why people are asking that question. It's like, why would you create something just to give it to someone else?
Well, for $100 million, I could like go save a third world nation in the name of the Lord, or you know what I mean. Like if you're talking seriously, like that much money, I would have to like sit down with Diana and would have to do a lot of praying and see what the Lord, I would actually ask for a fleece in that case. Show me, Lord, which way to go, because that's a lot of money. And granted, it's only money, but then again, you'd want to make sure that if God wanted you to take that, he'd make it clear. And then I'm sure it would be, okay, honey, let's go take care of something majorly wrong. That's like, you can change lives with that much money.
Yeah, but I can't do that. I have to be the one that makes them. I have to be the one in charge of the business. I can't give away my characters.
Yeah. Well,
I'm with you totally, but here's the other thing. I make characters every day. It's just like, is it good enough to hang on to? Or like, you can ask Diana, because I'm very free giving with most of my stuff. It's just like, I think about it. I'm like, okay, I just gave away this drawing, but I'll just draw another one tomorrow, or that character.
Well, it's not, but the characters that you draw and that some of the ideas you come up with, you're not kind of emotionally connected to them. Like you wouldn't give away the Cyclopean, Great Cyclopean. You just wouldn't.
Yeah, that would be a very, very hard sell. That would
be
I
think that's what Timothy's talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you could create a Joe Schmuck character that you just created. Yeah, and I could too, and I'd be more than willing to give it away.
Right.
But that's why I came up with the Cyclopean for $100 million. I just threw some wild fantasy number that I can't see anybody at the moment.
I would actually have to. If let's say tonight Diana and I get done the stream and Netflix calls us and they're stupid as hell and they offer us $100 million for Cyclopean, I would be like, we need to talk, because like, as much as I love my character, again, like I could literally lift this town up, in so many ways, or I could go to Haiti and help there, or I could. Heck, I could run for president and save America.
We would talk about it. I don't know.
You know what you should do though, if that ever did happen, is the stipulation is you get final. It may not. They may own your character, but you get final say on all the choices.
You definitely want to try to hang on to as much control as you could.
Yeah, listen, for Netflix or something like that, it would be more a licensing agreement to make a movie or a series based on it.
Yeah.
That's an
I
expensive
am
movie.
going to bow out. You guys are gonna kill me. Chris, don't be mad at me.
What time is it?
It's 10:20 and I'm exhausted and my
Oh
mouth is
shoot! Yeah,
killing
no, I
me.
gotta go too. We're almost at 2 hours.
Yeah, it's just guys, I
Not
love
counting
listening to the
stream at the
chat
beginning.
and putting my 2 cents in, but I am really like falling asleep.
All right. Well,
now.
before you go,
Yeah. Well, I always feel
website,
like the
Heroes
Debbie
Tech-
Downer here because I'm always the one like, guys, I gotta get going.
Yeah, but you're
No,
also
what
the
you
one.
do,
Womp, womp, womp.
what you're doing, Diana, is you're reminding of your husband of the time and that he does have to get off and get some sleep for work.
Right. Well, if he doesn't,
Which is
I
a
do.
good thing.
I do.
Well, you've seen me a few times. I've stopped what we're talking about, and I realize the time because I know you guys have that time constraint. And I say,
Right.
hey, it's this time. Are you guys sure you want to go on? Because it's easy to lose track of time.
Right. Exactly.
When you're talking.
So, Chris, what did you want to say before we close the stream, my dear? That's so funny.
Listen, so yes, we have to remind everybody Clusterfudge 2 is live.
Yeah.
Feel free to back. Thank you tonight. Whoever has backed, we've had some jump. Actually, we should check that one more time before you go, babe.
I am
Let's see. We are still at 200, which is fine. That's pretty good. Diana has a flexible goal, but my goal is 500. So let's nail that sucker.
Yeah, I kind of messed up on that. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It works. I think tomorrow night Rick has a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow on Odyssey, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be coloring up all what I did last night on my show after our show, after our talking with.
Right.
Okay, and HeroShack.com has merchandise. Melvin 2 is coming, but I don't know if we have a website or a page that we can explicitly share, but Timothy is the mastermind behind that. I'm starting to get tired. Can you tell?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I am the mastermind behind the book. What'd you say?
When are we getting a link that we can share, my
Do you
friend?
have a link or a website that we can share? Timothy.
Hold on. Let me do that really quick before you have to go.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the pre-launch page up. For
Yay!
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we
on
signed into
Indiegogo,
it.
right?
Yep. Because very soon on the website, I'm going to start hosting links of our friends to their campaign. So it's like people can come in and get like at a glance a whole bunch of projects that, we're like, hey, check these guys out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to say Hero Shack Food. I'd say Hero Shack Friends.
There you go. In the private chat.
Oh, that's kind of cool because the private chat we can actually copy and all that stuff in. All right, let's see. So we need to share that. Okay, so anything else, Diana?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so. Honestly.
All right. So, and our next show is when? Monday, or do we have another one that we're supposed to do?
Oh, Monday, gotcha.
Monday, God Chat. Yes. And okay, so till
and
then.
you have your comic book thing.
And Diana, you should start contacting some of the people on the Twitter list that I gave you to try and get on shows.
I haven't at this point this week. I haven't. I've been a little busy with other whatever.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying you should.
I'm going to.
When you have time.
I am going to. I still have that list of people, and I will be reaching out. I figured I would do that soon.
Hey, so guess what I just did?
Gross.
I added Melvin 2 to the video description with a link.
Oh,
Because I needed a place to put it so I don't lose it.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Very cool.
So
Love
everybody,
it.
thanks for coming. Thank you for your support. Back my friends, even if they don't have campaigns, just get behind them and give them hugs and love. And yeah,
support them, encourage them, look at their artwork and give them a thumbs up.
Scared.
Not you don't have to be
all that. Be very scared.
So I'm ending the broadcast. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming and being a part of our show. We love you guys, and we will be back on Monday.
Yeah.
What?
And you guys in the replays.
Yeah, and the replays. Don't
People,
forget
the
replays.
have
Replays. Check out all the good stuff that we talked about.
That's where the hundreds and hundreds of views come from. Replays.
Yeah.
Not
All
bots.
right. Are we good?
Okay, we
I
are